Hello again, and welcome back to the channel. Do you remember a time when things were just different? A time in Britain where certain oddities were just a normal part of life. Things we never, ever questioned. Let's take a trip back. First up, the telly warm-up. You'd press the on button, and then you'd wait. And wait. The screen would glow faintly, a blurry, fuzzy picture slowly coming into focus, like the television itself was having a long, hard think about whether it could be bothered to work today. We'd all just stand there, in complete silence, patiently waiting for the evening's entertainment to begin. There was no instant gratification, just a shared, quiet anticipation for that moment the picture finally snapped into clarity. It was a ritual. Then there were the phone calls. Remember the phone in the hallway? Usually on its own little table, with a tangled cord that seemed to have a life of its own. There was no such thing as a private conversation. The moment you picked up that receiver, the entire house became your audience. Every hello, every how are you, every bit of gossip was public information. Your mum, your dad, your brother listening in from the top of the stairs. Privacy was a concept that simply didn't apply to telephone calls. The whole house just knew your business, and that was that. And what about the heating? Forget central heating. We had the glorious, glowing coal fire. We would sit inches away from this open pit of flames, our faces roasting while our backs were freezing. There were no guards, no alarms, no safety precautions. We were just surviving on vibes and, let's be honest, probably a mild dose of carbon monoxide. The smell of the coal, the mesmerizing dance of the flames, the sheer danger of it all. It was the heart of the home, literally. In that same living room, you'd often find the special chair. The one nobody, under any circumstances, was allowed to sit on. It was usually covered in a thick layer of protective plastic, gleaming under the light. This wasn't a piece of furniture for sitting on. Oh no, this was an artifact. A museum piece being preserved for a future that never seemed to arrive. It was, for best, a concept we all understood but could never quite define. You could look at it, you could admire it, but you dare not touch it. And how did we dry our clothes? Tumble dryers were a luxury few had. Instead, every back garden was a sea of washing lines. Sheets and towels flapping majestically against a backdrop of perpetually grey British skies. Doing the laundry wasn't a chore. It was a gamble against the elements. It was an act of pure optimism mixed with a constant, low-level anxiety about the weather. You'd spend your day nervously looking out the window, ready to sprint outside at the first sign of rain. When it came to the kids, the rules were simple. You were let out in the morning and expected back when it got dark. No tracking apps, no mobile phones, no constant check-ins. The only instruction was be back when the streetlights come on. We'd roam for miles, build dens, play on the street, and somehow we all managed to find our way home. We had a freedom that seems almost unimaginable now, governed only by the setting of the sun. Inside the house, another hazard awaited, the single plug socket, one per room, if you were lucky. This led to the creation of monstrous, overloaded extension leads. A tangled web of wires powering the telly, the lamp, the radio, and anything else you could possibly plug in. Health and safety. That was a chapter in a book that hadn't been written yet. We lived on the edge, powered by a daisy chain of potential fire hazards. But through all of this, through the dodgy wiring, the dangerous fires, and the lack of privacy, there was one constant, one universal solution to every problem life could throw at you. A cup of hot tea. Received a bit of a shock. Put the kettle on, mate. Got some bad news. Let me make you a brew. Having a full-blown existential crisis at 3 in the morning. A slightly stronger tea will sort that right out. It was the answer to everything. We never questioned any of it. The slow TVs, the public phone calls, the fire hazards, the plastic-covered chairs. We just lived it. It was our normal. And you know what? Looking back, it was a pretty special time to be alive. Thanks for taking this trip down memory lane with me. If you enjoyed it, give this video a like and subscribe for more trips back in time. I am looking forward to you joining me in the next one.